Hello and welcome to my channel. So I usually don't upload multiple times in the week, but because this is a special week I thought I would upload a little bit more. So we have a general chit chat video today, and it's just a discussion, and I want you to put down in the comments below what you think. So as you can tell from the title, it's what does Elvis mean to you? And I thought we could just chat out, and then you can put down in the comments below all your thoughts and what Elvis means to you as a person. And yeah, I'll go on and read all of them and love them, and then maybe we can make a video out of them, some of the comments. I think that would be nice if I read them out. So yeah, I might do that, so look out for that next week or the week after. But yeah, as August 16th approaches, we're all in a reflective mood. I can imagine we're all thinking about ultimately the worst time in an Elvis fan's life. I didn't exist on the planet when Elvis passed. I was just a figment of my mother's imagination, because I came along in 1981, so I wasn't here in 1977 when Elvis passed. But I can't imagine what that day was like, and as we approach it, oh my goodness, it's just the worst feeling, just thinking of losing him. But you have to also celebrate his life, which is important. So what does Elvis mean to you? Please put down and let me read all about it. So what does Elvis mean to me? Well, Elvis is very important from a young age until now. So I guess he was that constant consistency. He was that person that was always in my life throughout the whole thing. So parents, being a child, childhood, growing up, teenage years when you're trying to establish who you are, first relationships, losing a parent, having children, and marrying, and all of these things. Elvis has been a consistent person throughout the whole thing, which is pretty epic. And I guess that's what he means to me, is like that lifelong consistent person that's always there, and whether you're happy or sad, he's there. So I think that's what I would definitely say. And of course the Elvis movies, they make you cheer up. They give me a little bit of peace, they give a little bit of comedy. So yeah, for that we're waiting to get our Blu-ray player and our DVD player, so that would make it so much easier to watch an Elvis movie. But I watched Elvis on tour just the other day, when I was having a shower and getting ready. I put on Elvis on tour, and I just was like, wow, it's so good that we have easy access nowadays as well. Because when I was a kid, it was so much more difficult. You'd have to wait for like the Sunday movie, or if you had it on video. So my dad, I don't know if any of you guys had it, you probably did, but do you know the Elvis on tour video, VHS, and it was in like a plastic casing? That's how I remember my Elvis on tour. So my dad would get that out on a Saturday night and we'd watch it. But if you wanted to watch like Double Trouble or Girl Happy or something like that, you'd have to wait for like a Sunday and then tape it off your, when we finally got the tape recorder thing. And there's so many, like I never had the start of Double Trouble, or was it? No, it wasn't Double, I think it was the end of Girl Happy. So I never saw the actual end of Girl Happy until like years later when it came out, because I taped it on my VHS recorder. And do you know, like when you could get SP or LP, so slow play and long play? Well, anyway, but I'd cut off the end of Girl Happy. So when I saw the end, it was like a revelation. I was like, wow, that's how it ended. So yeah, so that it was a bit harder. But now with this easy access, I mean, gosh, and the new fans that are coming out nowadays, and you see them on TikTok loving Elvis, and they're young and fresh and coming off into the world, and oh, jealous. I always think if I had been in my 20s now, oh, Elvis would have been my oyster. I would have been doing so many TikToks, so many YouTube videos. I'm getting a little bit older now, so it's not as fresh and people don't want to see. Yeah, so yeah, if I was younger, oh my goodness. But I love it, I do love it. I love to see the younger people coming out and seeing what Elvis means to them. It's just amazing, because he's so important to so many people. And I think it gives you, it blows my mind really, on how Elvis can touch people at different age groups, even now. It's amazing. That thing that Elvis had that can just grab somebody, it's just blows my mind. So yeah, Elvis is that consistent person to me. He's that happiness, that sadness. He's there. And yeah, I just love it. But also a very important aspect of Elvis for me is the friendships that I've found and the family that I have. So if you're new to my channel, I found my husband in Elvis week, so it would never have happened. I would never have my children or my husband without Elvis. So that's another level of gratitude I have and what he means to me. But also my friendships. I have so many friends. Starting off when I was, so for example, I went to Blackpool recently and we went for Elvis week, and there was two men that I met when I was 16 years old at the Edinburgh Elvis fan club and the Prestwick airport disco. And I was like, yeah, you knew me when I was 16. They're friendships I've had for life, that I've had, that are solid friendships that I can trust, and I can go to Elvis week and never be alone. I could go myself and never be alone because there's the people there. I mean, you do get nervous before you go anywhere if you go alone. Just like, are people going to invite me over and sit beside you? But when you've got the Elvis friends and friendships, it happens. You can find that person, and that's amazing. So yeah, and then I've met friends as I've went along. So Max is one of my biggest Elvis friends, who's from Scotland, and we've been on many girl trips to Elvis week. She was there when I met my husband, and she was like, I'll go talk to him for you, because I was too nervous. So yeah, I count her as a major player in finding me my husband. But then also recently, as I started YouTube, it opened up a little bit more because I found loads of online friends. Grant, who is an amazing online friend who I talk to regular. Dylan, who's another amazing online friend who I talk to regular. And then there's the friendships that I've actually met, the people that have become online friends but also become real friends. So Leslie, Jack, Joe. So these guys I have met now, and they've become the closest of my friends, which is just amazing. And I'm so very, 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 very thankful that I have them in my friendship world. And me and Joe now, we've opened, like Joe said to me, I hope you don't mind me sharing, Joe. She said, that's it now. I'm going on an Elvis holiday every year. And I was like, well, Joe, if you are, so am I. So we're going together. So we've got loads of plans. We've got October coming up, and then the plans for Leslie's event at the Circle G Foundation charity event, and that's in May. And then we've got the next one is Blackpool in July, and then the next one we've got Benidorm in 2025 for Elvis week. So me and Joe are just getting around and doing loads of good things, and I'm sure I'll be meeting Leslie and Jack as well. We met a little while back for just like a weekend in the house, and we just watched Elvis music and listened to Elvis for the entire time. And it was just so good. But yeah, there's so many more Elvis people and Elvis friends that I've met that have just become the bestest, and they will consistently be my friends forever, and I'll always see them, and it's just amazing. So yeah, Elvis means consistency. He's been with me from the start. He's also that friend that when I was a lonely teenager and I didn't have any friends, he was the one that was there when I'd read the books and underline all the little bits, asterix, I don't know say it, but I would like star it, all the little bits that were exciting to me. And then you've got the friendships, I got my family. So I mean, a massive amount of gratitude from me to Elvis has to be said. And I think that when I went to Graceland in 2009 and in 1999, that was the biggest thing I went over there to say was thank you for everything that you've given me. I wished I could go back now and thank him for my family and take my family with me, but I have a real fear of flying, and I don't know if I'll ever get back to Memphis, but that's okay. I'm fine with that. My husband will go and he'll take whatever I need to give him to say thank you. But if I ever do get back, it'll be a monumental day. It'll be a monumental day, because that's the day I get to thank him for existing. So yeah, that's what Elvis means to me, generally in a nutshell. I mean, there's so many ups and flows and ebbs and downs and all of that to explain it. So are you the same? What does he mean to you? Put down the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. And yeah, I mean, to end this off, it's obviously the music. The music's there so we can listen, we can vibe, we can dance, we can use it if we're really sad. I can think of key moments in my life where I've been really sad and I've used Elvis's music. And I can think of key moments in my life when I was happy and I've used Elvis's music. So my wedding, Elvis was the soundtrack of my wedding. Elvis was the soundtrack of summers, multiple summers. Elvis is the soundtrack of moving in here. He's the soundtrack to my life. That's nice. What Elvis means to me, he's the soundtrack of my life. That's the ending. All right, thanks for joining me. Please put down all your thoughts in the comments below. And as the worst day approaches, let's try and celebrate Elvis and the reasons why he was so wonderful and what he gave to the world and gave to us all individually. And I'll see you soon. Okay, take care. Bye, everyone.